Anyone can do a demonstration, but it's those who know how to close that make the money. The difference between empty pockets at the end of the month and raking in that commission is often only a couple of actions. Learn how you can literally code an experience into their body. Stop waiting for your clients to say yes and start creating the moments where they do. Now let's make you some money. There are those who know how to wait patiently and politely for their clients to come in and say yes. And then there are those who know how to make the deal happen. The good news is, when you know how to influence somebody before you try and close the deal, the chances that your clients say yes to your offer goes through the roof. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to close confidently like a pro, using a few different strategies to make you a more influential person. I know that you're going to love the content in this video and use it to become the best closer in your team. So I'm going to ask you for one favor, to please hit that like button. It helps our channel grow and lets more people find our content. And if you want to build your toolbox for extraordinary sales, mindset, and wealth, go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you. Your support means the world. Now let's get into it. Truly persuasive actions are taken before a moment of influence. This is the central theme of the incredible book Pre-suasion by Robert Cialdini. If you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend that you do, and I'm going to pop a link down below in the description. By tapping into the psychology of attention and priming an audience's focus, Pre-suasion demonstrates how small cues can lead to significant shifts in perception towards you and your product. Cialdini shows us that the stage before the spotlight holds the potential to be the most influential moment. One of the most pivotal lessons is how to become associated with a particular idea, such as trust, before we attempt to influence somebody or close the deal. As we all know, trust is earned and not given. But oftentimes, we don't have years to build a trusting relationship with a client before we want them to buy from us. But building that relationship of trust can be the difference between being a weak salesperson or being the best closer in your team. In Pre-suasion, Cialdini recounts a story of an insurance salesman who gets his future clients to embody and rehearse trust with him by saying at a particular moment in his demo that he had forgotten a document outside in his car. He then asked the client for the keys to their home to let himself back in. This is guiding the client through a moment where they can begin to see that salesperson as somebody trustworthy. But this idea is a little bit abstract, so I'm going to show you exactly what I did when I was selling luxury skincare to build trust in a similar way with my clients. And it's super simple. First, I would make what's called a damaging admission, where I would say something potentially negative about my product, because people view those that are able to talk about the negatives of their product or offer as being inherently more trustworthy. So I would take one of our collagen day creams and I would say, look, I can't lie to you, it's not like Botox. It's not going to get rid of your lines for months and leave you wrinkle-free. But then I would spin that damaging admission into a positive by saying, but unlike Botox, this is entirely natural and made of super concentrated ingredients. Then I would take the lid off the cream, look at them in the eye and say, you trust me, right? And hold the cream over their head to show them how compact it was. This was creating a small moment that was creating a feeling of trust between me and the client, and also building a little bit of rapport. We were building some trust because, of course, I wasn't going to let some cream fall all over them, just like I wasn't going to sell them a product that wouldn't work. By modeling a situation where your client trusts you, you're going a step beyond emotion or logic and giving them an experience that they feel in their body. You're encoding it into them so that in a moment where you are trying to close, you've already associated yourself with the idea that you're a person to trust. Whether you're waiting for the moment to close or actively creating that moment, timing is key in persuasion. A highly influential person creates actions where that moment to buy is far from propped open frequently. So I need you to reflect a moment on the words that you usually use to close. How can you reframe that moment just with a switch of language? I'm going to give you an example. We don't often think of TV shopping as being the most sophisticated approach to sales, but I want to let you in on a little secret from the Home Shopping Network. For years, they used the same call to action. Our operators are standing by, please call now. But they made a little switch with their language that resulted in them having a 300% increase in their sales. Their call to action became, if operators are busy, please call again. They propped open that moment to buy by focusing the client on what they might lose if they don't take action now. They created what Cialdini calls the privileged moment of now. The privileged moment where if that client doesn't take action, they could lose the potential for the amazing deal or the amazing product that's on offer for them. Depending on the environment that you're selling in and the kind of close that you like to use, it's going to look a little bit differently when you apply this strategy. I want you to take a look at the language you're using and see what you can switch out to create that privileged moment of now. You don't have to wait too long to close. This is the trap that lots of salespeople fall into. If you know that they liked the product, ask them, if you had the product at home, would you use it? If they give you yes, if they answer yes to a couple of those questions, go in. Now is the moment to close the sale and create that privileged moment of now where they have the perfect opportunity to buy. When we're wanting to become a better closer, we need to really reflect and understand all of the moments in our process that are creating influence before we try and close. Learn how you can literally code an experience into their body. And then it's as simple as switching out some of your language when you do close, so that the moment to buy is now. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe to Selling Millions. And if you want to learn more ways to quickly build trust with your clients, go ahead and check out this video right here, where we delve into some more strategies about quickly building trust so that you can close better, faster.